We use a traffic light because it is such a basic symbol, and it conveys a lot very quickly. It might seem kind of childlike, overly simplistic, but actually that's on purpose. And the reason that we use such a simplistic symbol is because there's certain states we get into where we frankly are not such sophisticated beings. We are a lot closer to children in that state than we are to our really sophisticated, intelligent, emotionally complex adult selves, right? So we need something simple, because it's exactly in that moment that we can't remember a lot of complicated stuff. So the traffic light is so simple you actually can teach it to children. I've taught it to children, and they get it. They're like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right? So the traffic light, quite obviously, the red light indicates when things have shut off. So that's that moment of the broken circuit, when the communication is no longer flowing, right? You can just think of it as a flow. Again, it takes it out of kind of moralism. It's just like, well, the light's red, nobody's passing through that intersection. The green light, obviously, is the opposite of that. Like, the light is green again, now things are happening again. And that's part of the function of the traffic light symbol, is it indicates change. Things aren't one thing or another. They're just one thing for a moment, and then the next moment it might shift, right? So, okay, the light is green again, and things are happening again in the conversation. And then we have the in-between state of the yellow light. So the in-between state means things are shifting, but they haven't really resolved yet, right? It's like it's going from open to shut. Or actually, in this case, it's a little bit different than an actual traffic light. It could be going from shut to open. So we'll get into a lot of detail about that today, because it really is the crux of what we're working with, the in-between state. All right, so it happens one light at a time. So in a given moment, the conversation is happening, it's flowing, or it's shut off, or it's in an in-between state. And we experience these personally. Like, I experience it myself. Like, I feel open. Maybe the other person doesn't feel open, but I feel open, right? So we talk about these from a personal perspective. Like, I actually do feel like I'm in the green light right now. But the person with me, my best guess, again, we're not gods, or my best guess is this person's in a red light state, or they're in a yellow light state in between. We have to make our best guess and work based on that. We don't have an objective perspective. We just don't, right? So we do our best. Even then, if I say this person's in a red light state, it doesn't mean they're always in a red light state. It's just a moment, right? I think this person's in a red light for a moment. Does that mean they're going to be in a red light a minute from now, or a day from now, or a week from now? No, may not be at all. 1 second from now, they could be in a different state. Right? So it's a changing matrix. And at first, when we start talking about these, your mind will want to lock into, like, is it a red light person or something? But that's really not our perspective. We're really not trying to present that. There's no such thing as a red light person. There might be somebody who is in a red light a lot. That could happen. That's totally true. They could be in a red light, 23 out of 24 hours a day, a lot of the time. And but that's still moment by moment by moment.